Hey everybody, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys a pro gameplay here. We're going to be watching mTw versus Dignitas, currently sponsored by Intel, it seems like. This is for the Star League, and I'm pretty excited to be here casting with you guys. So I am streaming this currently. If anybody's watching this on the VODs, yeah, go check out my live stream. It's twitch.tv/GGNetPurge. I'm going to be bringing you guys a crapload from the Star League as soon as I get my my free time under control. I'm going to be casting probably 3 to 4 games per day. Seriously, per day. So if you guys ever want to catch those live, it is going to be U.S. early afternoons, pretty much between noon to 2 p.m. depending on what time zone you're at. And for European times, 18 CET approximately is when things usually start. So what things are going to start off here? mTw, Synderen, obviously the famous co-caster with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Dignitas, Come With Me, is their captain. He's a very popular streamer. You can check both of those guys out, I'm sure, at various places on the internet. But mTw been kind of in a slump in the last couple months. There was a period of time, I believe they won a DreamHack. I don't know if it was a DreamHack tournament, but they won a moderate tournament with not the best teams there, but decent teams. And they performed pretty well, but then they kind of just hit a big slump here. And haven't really been performing. I think they did really badly in the defense and badly in a couple other tournaments as well. But I don't know if you guys have watched a pro cast in a while. I just casted yesterday for the first time since they added 5 bans. So if you guys do pay attention to that, there are currently 5 bans on each team, which is really awesome and exciting. Makes it much easier to get rid of the really annoying heroes. Just get them out of the pool. There's an extra 2. 1 for each team, of course. So only downside is the art is now messed up a little bit, but I'm sure they'll remake that shortly. They'll probably just shift this down just a smidgen down to here, and things will be beautiful. But it's going to be an Invoker ban as well as a Nature's Prophet out of the Radiant team, and our team is going to ban out a Tide, a Windrunner, as well as an Ancient or an Anti-Mage. Man, it makes me so happy that you can ban this many people now. It really does make a big difference, guys. Because think about what would have happened. We would have, I mean, a lot of teams are throwing in the old Tidehunter Windrunner just to get them out of the pool because they're so annoying to play against, especially the Shackle Shot out of Windrunner. And that doesn't force you to also let either an Anti-Mage slip through or an Invoker or a Nature's Prophet. So I'm probably expecting a Chen to get banned right here. And it's going to be a Darkseer instead, also a good ban. But this means Chen first pick from Dignitas. I'm expecting this at least. A lot of teams greatly value the pushing power of either Chen or Enchantress for very good reason. Dignitas taking their time though. They could be Enchantress counterpicked if they did pick up the Chen, so this is the only thing they're probably worried about. Venomancer also in the pool. That's another hero that could be played, or a Shadow Shaman. Those are probably all my guesses about who is going to get played. So we'll see how that goes. They still have a minute and 25 seconds approximately before they have to guarantee their picks out. I think it's going to be a Chen. I think a top team would generally pick up a Chen here. The fact that he did squeak through. A little surprised Nature's Prophet got banned out over a Chen. I feel that, I guess it depends on the team. Some teams really like to play Chen more than others, but Dignitas actually going to go for a Sand King. And Sand King's another hero that has been seeing a lot of play lately. I would, at least from what I've seen, it was generally Navi who started playing Sand King every game available. They would pick him up first round, usually as their 3rd pick. This pick right here is usually where they would pick him up, and that would allow them to do some really powerful team fights in the mid game. It also gives them the power of a solo, a safe solo on the difficult lanes, which is Radiant top or Dire bottom. And he can also just solo really well and counter Broodmother as well. So that'll protect them against a Broodmother pick because he is a good laner against him. Now mTw is going to draft a Leshrac here, which is a little weird, but I've seen them do this before. The game that they did pick him up in previously ended up failing, but I have seen Navi play Leshrac as well, and just looking at Leshrac alone, he definitely has viability in the current metagame strategy. He has an AoE Disable, he has a AoE from Lightning Storm, and he can destroy towers using his Diabolic Edict. It's a great tower destroying mechanism, does random explosions around you, and if Leshrac is solo pushing and nobody defends it, the tower is going to fall very quickly, arguably a lot faster than almost any other heroes when doing pushes. His pushing power is on par with probably Rasta's at killing towers when it's undefended. So very strong hero for that. A couple levels into Diabolic Edict, and then he can easily do that, just dropping down that AoE damage. And their second pick is going to be a Venomancer, which is another hero that's going to allow them to do push, and he has good utility. AoEs, the Gale is really good, even at level 1. That's the primary reason it's picked up. It doesn't really matter that much that it doesn't do a ton of damage. The slow is the same at all levels, I believe. It's very strong. And now Dignitas is going to pick up a Mirana. Still no Chen, still no Enchant. Very surprised about that. I don't know, flabbergasted a little bit. Maybe they just don't like playing the Chen in their strategies. It comes down to the same thing. I mean, I could say something like, oh yeah, Chen is played by the top teams, therefore obviously it's really valuable. But by the top teams like EG or Navi, more specifically Navi, EG is arguably one of the best teams. Navi definitely the best team currently, but they really like this high aggression pushing strategy. They pretty much pick up a Chen or Enchantress every single game. And this may not be something that either mTw or Dignitas is really that comfortable doing. Maybe they don't have a really strong Chen player. Maybe they just don't like going that strategy because it doesn't work out for them very often. And in some ways, I think this is a cool thing. I don't think any team should adjust their play styles to what other people are successful with. Because at the very least, from an observer standpoint, it's always going to be more fun to watch people use cool picks that just match up their strategies. I love that personally. So Crystal Maiden's going to be the last pick for Dignitas. It's going to give them some nice aura if they use it. Crystal Maidens nowadays usually not even relying on stuff like that. They'll maybe pick up a single level of aura, maxing out the Cross Nova as well as the Ice Block. And the Radiant team is going to be an Earthshaker. Yeah, going to be picking up an Earthshaker next. For mTw, and that's going to give them some nice AoE disable, some team fight if he picks up his Blink Dagger, and just having the AoEs from Earthshaker is always going to be great against the Sand King, because then you can disable him from that Sandstorm if he happens to be in it. So that works out very nicely. 2 bans to go for each team here. I believe Come With Me was given permission to stream, guys, by the way, so don't worry about that too much. Dignitas will finally ban a Chen, so Chen does get thrown out of the pool. I think that's absolutely wise, like I said, for Chen's reasonings. And this way they just throw a second round ban into it. They don't necessarily have to pick the Chen up themselves to counter it. And if mTw ends up grabbing Enchantress, Enchantress is good, but people would generally argue that Chen is a much more useful hero, on average. One ban coming out of mTw now. Could be an Enchantress, could be a Shadow Shaman. Dignitas could be looking for, well, they're looking for at least one more farm-dependent hero. They could play support SK, but this is most likely not going to be the case. SK generally works much more effectively as a solo hero, much more effectively by far. They're going to ban out a Beastmaster, though. I think that's pretty smart. Beastmaster, a great hero. Leshrac most likely will be going for either some heavy tank or for a Black King bar. And Beastmaster would allow them to disable him. Same thing goes for like a Venomancer who's out of position or an Earthshaker. If you can just disable those guys and kill them before they get their spells off, that is a giant advantage for your team fight. Those are the kind of heroes that you want to keep alive, that they can cycle to the cooldowns of their spells and just cast and back up and cast again and cast again. Stay alive as long as possible, make the most team fight contribution. So Dignitas does have one more ban to come for them. It's going to be a Night Stalker. I think that's pretty smart as well. mTw, only currently one farm-dependent hero unless they end up soloing the Venomancer. But with that, with the Night Stalker, they could gank a lot of those heroes very effectively. Crystal Maiden, absolute Night Stalker food. Priest of the Moon has to worry about things. If she gets feared, she can't leap away. Sand King, the same problems. If he gets slowed and feared, he's got a 5 to 8 second window where he has to worry about dying. And Night Stalker counters those heroes very well. And as well, for all we know, Dignitas' upcoming picks are absolute counters for Night Stalker. Maybe they're going to draft a Storm Spirit, maybe they're going to draft a Weaver. Unexpected. I would not expect a Weaver at all. Almost nobody is playing Weaver right now, but still. It would be interesting to see. But 2 more picks coming. Actually, I'm sorry, there's one more ban coming out of mTw before they go into the old last 2 picking here. It's going to be a Broodmother. I think this is smart as well. Dignitas was covered from mTw picking up a Broodmother because they already had the Sand King, so it wasn't really worth Dignitas banning him out. So this way, mTw says we don't want to deal with a Broodmother. That'd be kind of a pain in the ass. Earthshaker is a pretty good counter to Broodmother, but they have a decent AoE right now. I don't know. Maybe they're just worried about the pushing power, and it's going to be a Lifestealer drafted up by Dignitas. I actually saw him playing Lifestealer on stream yesterday. So perhaps going to see some more epic play. I don't know if Come With Me will play him or not, but almost likely, almost for sure, going to see something like a Hand of Midas as well as a Armlet out of him, and we'll see him do some nice semi-carrying. So Alright, 2 more picks coming for mTw, and then a final for Dignitas. mTw now going to have to worry about countering the Lifestealer. Lifestealer is going to be a very useful hero against Leshrac because he does have Rage as well as Open Wounds. Actually, Lifestealer very good against all 3 of these heroes. Lifestealer is great against Earthshaker. You can Open Wounds, you can go use Rage, which makes you magic immune. And then he has little chance of being procced on. Now, mTw is going to draft an Ancient Apparition. This is going to couple well with the Earthshaker. They're going to have the Cold Feet start off, and then the Earthshaker Fissure from long range, which is almost always going to proc the Cold Feet. So that dual lane combo right there, maybe a dual lane, maybe a tri-lane, we'll see. Ancient Apparition can be a farm dependent hero, and I'm expecting he will be, because so far mTw only has the Leshrac so far to farm. Not that Leshrac can't support as well, but that's most likely what's going to happen.
10 seconds remaining.
And now there is one more pick for each one. Not really sure what Dignitas is going to pick up. I think I've seen mTw do this similar kind of strategy before, where they go a lot of support heroes, kind of, or arguably more support heroes. I would see a lineup like that, as well as like a Tidehunter on their team, something like that was a popular mTw strat, or at least one that I had seen. And the problem is that once the enemy team gets a bunch of Black King bars, they can't do shit to you. Like, for example, if Mirana rushes a fast BKB and Sand King gets a BKB, and Lifestealer has Rage, what's going to happen when these team fights starts? Venomancer is going to ulti. Anybody that's magic immune, the Venom ulti does not hit when it goes off. Leshrac's going to try to stun. He's going to drop lightnings. He can use his ulti. No damage. Diabolic Edict will do a little bit, but it's not a giant component if you're only getting 1 out of 4 of your abilities working. And Earthshaker Fissures might get dodged as well. Now, Dignitas is going to draft a Queen of Pain instead. Well, not instead, but this is going to be their last hero. It's going to be a sort of semi-carry role, and this means that they're almost for sure going to put SK in a support role. Pretty much for sure. They're most likely going to do a tri-lane of Priestess of the Moon with a Sand King and a Crystal Maiden. If not that one, a Lifestealer, Lifestealer, Crystal Maiden, and Sand King. That's also a possibility. Queen of Pain. More likely than not going to be a solo. I don't expect her to see her as a tri-lane, but I don't know, we'll see how this goes. It's kind of interesting that they ended up drafting the Sand King first, and now he's thrown into a support role. I feel like his strength is much less that way, because he's going to get a very late Blink Dagger, unless he ends up getting a really, really good early game or something like that, but I don't know. We will see what's going on. I would even maybe say that Queen of Pain should grab a Black King Bar. Maybe not. They don't have the best disables against a Blinker. Cold Feet is not going to work against Queen of Pain. She can blink out. Earthshaker has a stun, but that's about it. Not going to be able to get follow-up. Venomancer slows. Not a big deal for Queen of Pain. And if Leshrac can get follow-up stuns as well, that would be strong, but we'll see. Maybe we'll see something cool like a Ancient Apparition, Earthshaker, or Leshrac lane. That'd be really strong as well, but considering that Dignitas is likely to do a tri-lane themselves, maybe not. They might do, you know what? Dignitas might do something like this. They could go Lifestealer, Crystal Maiden mid, they could do Queen of Pain bottom, and then they could put SK Mirror on a top, SK doing pulling. That's also a possibility. More likely to see dual lanes probably than a tri-lane, but tri-lane's very strong as well.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left for mTw here. Oh, I didn't even realize Dignitas got down to 1 second. 5 seconds left here, and they're going to draft a Silencer. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, let's see it, man. Silencer game. I've seen one other Silencer game so far in Dota 2, and it was Absolute Legends versus Quantic, I think. Absolute Legends versus Quantic in the defense semi, or the losers bracket, or the losers final, something like that. And that's pretty interesting. The reason that they drafted a Silencer, it's a very good counter against Sand King. If Sand King's ulti is coming through, or if they see Sand King channeling his ulti, you can use Global Silence. It goes through BKB, and then his ulti just doesn't happen. It's completely cancelled. Also, if SK gets caught out of position, or any hero gets caught out of position, Global Silence burst him down. Queen of Pain is the same way. She's going to hate this game. I can guarantee you Queen of Pain is going to hate this game. Because she's going to blink in to the AoE, or to the team fight. Silencer has an aura that prevents you from casting a spell more than every 3 seconds. So she's going to do a Scream of Pain, and then she has to wait 3 seconds. And then she can cast another spell, and then she has to wait 3 seconds. Unless the Silencer is dead, or the Silencer, ironically enough, gets silenced. Then that won't be happening, but I'm going to say things are looking scary for the Queen of Pain. I don't think she's going to have a really great game. We'll see, though. If they can pick off the Silencer at the start of the team fight, huge advantage for Dignitas. But if Silencer gets farmed and ends up getting a Force Staff and things like that, likely that he will be a pain in the ass for a lot of the Dire team. Queen of Pain, namely, and Sand King. I don't think Lifestealer is going to be too concerned about this. It'll still be a little bit of an issue, but not a huge deal. So We will see how that goes. So in the meantime, let's go over some players. Dignitas in the upper right. Come With Me is going to be playing Queen of Pain. Coco is on the Sand King. Freezer on Mirana. Zizu is on the Crystal Maiden. And finally, Leon, or Lion, I don't know which, is going to be playing Lifesteal. For the Radiant team, mTw is resuming. Sheriff is on the Venomancer. Tulex is on the Ancient Apparition. We have Peppy on the Silencer. Synderen is going to be playing a Leshrac. And finally, Benzer is on the Earthshaker. So let's see what they're going to do for their laning here. Looks like hard support on the Venomancer. Silencer will be getting last hits. This is shown by the fact that he has a Mantle of Intelligence plus extra regen here. It looks like Synderen might also be getting solo farm, getting +5 to all stats here. Makes me assume that he will be doing his solo lane, and he doesn't have any clarity potions or anything like that. But at the same point, Ancient Apparition going for a double gauntlet. I'm not really sure. We might see a support from Synderen. That's also a possibility, but not quite sure. Probably going to be more of a roam. Veno Leshrac roam is actually probably going to be very effective. If you can get the Gale off, you can most likely land the Split Earth, and then he'll have a Diabolic Edict follow up. It's a lot of damage. And yeah, with Earthshaker as well, also doing some supporting. Looks like somebody, yeah, kind of interesting. So those are probably the 3 farm dependent heroes, though. Leshrac as well as Ancient Apparition and the Silencer, and then we'll see where Earthshaker and Venomancer go. I guess that's going to be an ES Veno roam. That makes more sense. Sorry, guys. Come With Me, going to be on the top lane, though, going for heavy stats. I love the starting item build. Get 2 tangos here, salve, and +6 damage. Always great for last hitting. The small amounts really do make the difference. A little bit of writing on the map. And let's look at the Dire team. Looks like Lifestealer going for a Stout Shield, so he's expecting some harass. Probably going to see support from Crystal Maiden. Looks like the ward did get, the pull did get warded. Freezer going for a fast Wraithband here with a single tango. I know that I've told you guys before, don't get a Wraithband start, but if you're a pro player, guys, go for it. Because this gives you +9 damage. He gets another 2 from this, and somebody passed him a tango. This is where his tango came from. That's how he's able to afford these items. So he's expecting to have a mostly easy lane, and this is going to give him the most lasting power as possible from the early game. So, and Sand King's going to be supporting him, so kind of interesting lanes. Yeah, it will be Sand King Mirana. I was expecting this to be on a different lane, but I did call the Lifestealer Crystal Maiden duel. That's going to be up against a Silencer and an Earthshaker, so going to be a little interesting here. They're going to be denying creeps as much as possible. They can't really fight anything, unfortunately. I don't know if the block was just terrible from Dignitas or they missed it or what, but not a good place to start off the game. As you can see, they're going to get a lot of stuff denied. A lot of creeps denied so far from those couple guys, and not going to be a fun game for him. So looks like, wow, it is actually a Venomancer with a Leshrac, and they're going to get first blood here. I can't believe it. She blinked back, but she still got killed. I don't know what happened, man. The Gale landed. You could see how slow he was. And then the stun came from Leshrac with great follow-up there. So Come With Me making a pretty big mistake. Very surprised about that one. Wow. That is a big deal, man. Alright. Back on the mid lane. Lifestealer trying to get those last hits, but he does have only a Stout Shield. Are we going to see Curse of the Silent? Doesn't look like it. We have a single level Glaives of Wisdom. Last time that I saw Silencer played in a high level game, he just went last word with Glaives of Wisdom. A little interesting that they decided to solo the Ancient Apparition. I was expecting maybe to be Silencer instead, but would it have been a better dual lane? I think an AA Earthshaker is pretty easily counterable by Lifestealer, and Silencer has a lot more harassment possibilities against that Lifestealer. But Ancient Apparition's got to be really careful here. If there's a stun from Sand King and an arrow follow-up from Mirana, he's going to die. It's going to happen, period. And Synderen now pulling the creep wave back. He's up to level 3. Venomancer in position on the high ground. I don't know if he uses smoke to get here or not. I'm assuming so, because he did have one currently, or before. There is a ward in position. It's actually on the Dire side, though, so I think this is only going to catch vision right here. They will spot out the Lifestealer, and double damage gets grabbed by the Crystal Maiden on the bot lane, going to the Dire team there. Not really worth Lifestealer picking that up, but he's got to be a little bit worried about this because he is going to try to outcarry this game, but the downside for him, well, the upside I meant, is they do have a Queen of Pain semi-carry, so at the very least there will be that. Synderen's going to do some pulling on the side lane here. He did end up stacking a Wildkin as well. This is going to deny some EXP from Come With Me on that Queen of Pain, who's level 2. Leshrac had a big advantage, and looks like Ancient Apparition surprisingly getting a kill on the bot lane. That was on the Crystal Maiden, who apparently dove in, so at the very least he did get a kill before he ended up dying, but Sand King and Mirana picking that one up next, and Mirana's going to go for a bottle. That is why he only has one tango, just going to go straight into that bottle there, and now his HP regen will be absolutely healthy. Synderen doing some great harass on Queen of Pain so far. As much damage as possible from range. He's up to 1,200 gold. That is so much money on a Leshrac. Probably going to get a really fast Arcane Boots, I'm expecting. We'll see, though. Salva's pop, there's a stun from Cinder, nicely done. The Gale will land as well. Decent damage being done. He might go for it now. It would have been a little choppy. He might have been able to get that kill, but it would have been very dangerous. Creep wave hitting and things like that. Look, Ancient Apparition does get picked off. Seeing a stun as well as an arrow. Exactly what I said, man. Stun, arrow going for the kill there. And who's on the position? It's going to be Earthshaker this time, looking for a Fissure. He doesn't actually have the mana. He's apparently 10 short here. And there's very little chance that they could actually get a kill on the Lifestealer from the high ground. So I think this is smart that he's changing his lane. He's going to pop a smoke then. And he's actually going to squeak right past. That's actually their ward, but I think they're going to go dive on it. Come with me in a little bit of trouble. Partially because, once again, he did die earlier. And that's going to be part of a problem. Here comes the dive, possibly. Are we going to see the Fissure? There's the Fissure. Here comes the Split Earth. Are they going to get it? He does get the Blink off. Wow, dodges 2 spells there. And I think mTw is going to have to back up. A little bit out of position for Cinder, and he tried to get there just in time, but it wasn't enough. Come with me did get the blink out, so Earthshaker will now have to be accept the fact that their gank ended up failing. He did lose the Fissure, but they can still push this tower. Venomancer only level 2, so no levels of Plague Wards yet. But Leshrac does have 2 levels of Diabolic Edict, so if they can get within tower range, and it's mostly undefended, that's not going to be good for them. But Lifestealer at 500 gold only. Very, very low amounts right now. Silencer now getting open wounds. He will be chased there. There's the AoE, going to have a Ice Block as well. And this is Sand King coming through for the stun, and there we go. He does get the last hit. Ancient Apparition dying once again on the bot lane to the Mirana, but surprisingly, despite Come With Me doing bad on the top lane and Lifestealer getting very little farm, they're actually at a 4-for-2 advantage, mostly because their bot lane was very strong. Has gotten 2 kills now on the Ancient Apparition. Let's look at some gold graph stuff, see if the CS score. That was the first blood, and then it kind of has peaked back down to the Dire team based on some kills. But let's check out the farm total so far. Ooh, Syndra diving, looking for a kill. He pops the salve, but that's not going to save him. And the tower does get the last hit, and he has an arcane boost. So he did purchase the arcanes, which is going to give him a lot of mana, but not going to be quite enough here. He ends up going down. So let's check the farm total so far. 21 on Cinderin, 24 on Silencer. Very, very little on the rest of the team. And for the Dire team, we have 17 on Mirana, 14 on Queen of Pain, 7 on Lifestealer, 3 Sand King, and 2 on Crystal Maiden. So in terms of gold, let's check that stuff out. Yeah, 400 gold advantage now for the Dire team. Gold per minute just slightly higher than that, and using Glaives of Wisdom very aggressively to get those last hits. He has gone for a mix. He's going to go for a mix of stats probably with Last Word. Early on here, he's going to get some Last Word levels, or at least 1 level, but likely to grab a couple stats. As you can see, he's already grabbed a single level. Just because Silencer's stats and HP are pretty low early, you generally want to pick up at least a few stat levels to make yourself a little bit more healthy, and then you boost up your mana as well, which makes your Glaives of Wisdom better. So this is going to be maxed out pretty fast here. 75% of his intelligence will be done as pure damage, and that's going to do a little. It's not nearly as much as something like OD's abilities, but late game it can be quite good. Even early on. I mean, he's doing 40 damage, so he's going to be hitting an extra, like, 30 damage, 30 pure damage early on in the game is quite a bit, so. Especially when you're trying to focus down on Lifestealer who doesn't have a lot of regen, so. A little bit more pressure coming on. Come With Me back on the top lane with his bottle. He's trying to find that room, but he was not able to grab it. But one problem with the Arcane Boots up on Leshrac now is he isn't really able to get any harass in based on having that. It looks like Ancient Apparition going to dive to once again. I'm finally going to catch it there. There's some Tango Pop, the Cold Feet as well, and there's the stun finally coming through, but he will get disabled here. And there's the Wand Pop from Ancient Apparition. He will sneak through just barely from the range group. There's the leap, and diving, juking once again. Great play by AA so far. He will be running away. Oh my god, he's going to juke it! Holy crap, huge play there by Tulex. That was so close. Great juking. Priest of Moon got a little confused, and as a result, that's a big save. Great play there. First off, cool thing he did. He ate the Tango right before the team fight happened. He knew that he was going to be taking damage, and if you look at his HP, hypothetically, he would have been, still alive, but Tango making a difference, effectively raising your HP if you stay alive for more than 8 seconds. Eats the Tango, jukes him, jukes to the next spot, immediately gets out. If he didn't juke here, he was dead, guaranteed. Would have seen 2 or 3 auto attacks from the Priest of the Moon, and that's a dead hero, and he finally has made up for that. So, not the biggest difference in the game as a whole, but really, really great play there by the Ancient Apparition. That was awesome. Tread's finished on Silencer now. It's going to give him great attack speed as well as intelligence. Up to 47. Yes, math live on broadcast. I think I got that right. And he's using the Glaives for pure damage. 28 pure damage at the moment. Tulex teleports back to the bot lane. Still no boots up on him, but he is going Cold Feet as well as stats. This is a very smart decision when you're getting outlaned, because the survivability gained by 2 stats is going to be more than having an Ice Vortex up. He's going to drop a ward down in position, though. I think that was spotted by a creep. I don't think we probably have Sentry Wards able to stop that out. Wow, Venomancer actually maxing out Gale first. A little surprising. We almost never see this. He's looking for the stun arrow. Will it come through? The Gale will land on 2 heroes, though, and the arrow will land big time. And that could be it for Venomancer. Very likely to end up dying. And yes, there's the TP from Earthshaker, as well as some follow-up. But Mirana's going to get that kill. Lifestealer picking up Silencer on the mid lane once again. That is a huge play. Apparently there was a Scream of Pain with some Blink and Infest follow-ups as well. Great job there. A little bit of pressure back in the jungle. Earthshaker dodging some magic. And huge gank coming for Tulex. I don't think he's going to be able to juke 4 heroes here. Doesn't even know what's coming, and no chance of him surviving this one. Stun, as well as a cold feet, and even he's going to dodge the arrow at least. Please. Dude, if he would have survived that, Tulex, most pro juker ever, but does put the cold feet down on Coco. And they're going to now back up from that one. So, may push this lane, but I'd be a little surprised about that. They just kind of want to do their ganking, squeeze in, change lanes, take ganks, and then back out once again. 2 levels of Crystal Nova as well as 2 Frostbite. The typical Crystal Maiden build that we've been seeing lately. Synderen now maxing out the Diabolic Edict. His Arcane Boots are good to go. He may go aggressive here. I kind of wish he would have there. I don't know if he's expecting to get ganked or something, but if he would have ran into range here, Lifestealer could have jumped on him, but with the max Diabolic Edict, he could have done good damage to both the Lifestealer as well as the tower. And I like what he just did there. This is a very, very smart thing that you have to do when you're playing a Leshrac. Against any good player, you have to stun when they don't expect it. You have to wait till they go for the last hit, then you put the stun down, and all of a sudden, by casting those 2 spells there, spending 300 mana, he just did half of Lifestealer's HP. It wasn't simply meant to score a kill or anything, but it's very, very, very smart play. Now he's getting open wounds, he's in some trouble. There's the Diabolic Edict, tons of damage being done to Lifestealer. He might get the kill here, he's trying to auto-attack, but it's not going to be enough. The Lifestealer, oh my god, that was close. Diabolic Edict damage, man. It keeps going even if Leshrac died. Lives with 20 HP. That was literally 2 Ironwood branches of survivability there. Tulex getting dove once again, doing the damage on Coco. He's going to stun on through. Not going to get slowed this time, but there's the double clap. No, it's going to land on a range creep. The wand is going to save him again. I cannot believe it. No leap. He's going to have bottle. Here comes the leap. Is he going to get it? There's the leap, and he's going to get Tulex. Tulex, man. Getting rocked, but seriously. Almost not getting rocked. Almost not. Very close here. Come with me being aggressive. There's the fissure as well. He might be in some trouble. And there's the global silence. Nice play by Puppy. Is it going to be enough? Yes, the tower shot plus the last hit. Great play there. Silence him so he couldn't blink away right when he needed to. And that was a kill that Come With Me has got to be frustrated about. But great play there by mTw. They are at a big disadvantage though. That's their 3rd kill only, despite Synderen playing well in the top lane, despite Tulex doing the best jukes possible. They're getting rocked in kills 3-11. Now there's no towers dead yet, but the gold graph is 3k in advantage of Dignitas currently. See how Venomancer continues down the bot lane. Is he going to max out Venomous Gale, or is he going to get some wards? He actually misses the Gale. Pretty big mistake there. Synderen going to be chasing this. There will be a lead possibly. The stun will land. Great play by Synderen, and that's going to guarantee a kill there. That was apparently a wicked 6 streak. 495 gold. And that stun absolutely saving that gank there. There's the ulti as well. Synderen in a lot of trouble. He's going to get the stun off, but the charge, no, the wand does not save him either. Looks like Earthshaker in position to maybe drop the fissure down. And 3 levels of Gale with the Venomous, and there he is. He's going to Gale it off. Come with me, taking some damage. He's got to blink in 3 seconds. Is he going to survive? I think he will end up dying. No, the bottle is going to keep him alive. Tower damage being done to SK. Is Earthshaker going to TP out? Great play by Earthshaker there. And Come With Me running back in once again, but he will be absolutely fine. Great play by Earthshaker, knowing that they used all of their disables there. Ancient Apparition ulti coming from the top lane. It's going to put SK low, but it will not be enough. And they really want to take this tower. Could be dangerous to Crystal Maiden, and there's the tower. Does not get denied. Synderen wants that kill, but he's not going to be able to catch up. Too bad for mTw. They lose their first tower. No last hit on that, but at least it wasn't denied. Ancient Apparition being careful once again. Still has to worry about this Lifestealer. Doesn't even have boots yet, so if he is open wounds, he is more or less dead. And with Mirana in the position, if there's a single open wounds, no chance of him surviving, guaranteed. Haste picked up by Crystal Maiden. He's going to swing back towards the mid lane. 1 level of Aura is finally picked up here. Might be going for another gank on Peppy. He's going to go for a mech first. Blinks past. There is the Scream of Pain. Earthshaker does fissure. Is he going to Echo Slam it? There's the Enchant Totem. He's thinking about it. He doesn't have the mana. He doesn't have the mana. No Echo Slam. He wanted to do it, but he doesn't get it off. Unfortunately for him, trying to be as aggressive as possible, he used Enchant Totem first, and then was looking for an Echo Slam, but he doesn't have enough mana. He popped his wand, just wasn't enough. So, pretty tough loss there. Could have killed Queen of Pain, I think. Echo Slam doing, 240 damage. Base Mirana does get a kill on the Ancient Apparition. A little bit of slow there, and easy kill. Sand King was also in position, but that didn't really provide to be useful. And there's the smoke on the Sand King. Mirana deciding she wants to farm instead. Got more important things to do. Picking up the Ring of Aqua. We are in the latest version, which is sweet, so we get to see all the new changes in terms of items and heroes and things like that. Syndra now on the bot lane, going to be aggressive. This is going to be a dead tower. He's got Edict in 1 second. Probably just going to save it, though. This tower is going to die no matter what, so... And, last hit by a range creep. Always a tough loss there. That is a big mistake. It's sad to see those mistakes happening on pro levels, but it happens to everybody, man. Little mistakes like that. Boots are up on Earthshaker now. This is going to be going towards his Arcane Boots, but he will get there eventually. Sand King will back up, looking for a stun. He's got an Epicenter in 3 seconds. Are we going to see it? Nothing yet. There's the Gale. There's the stun. Here comes the Epicenter. There's the Cold Feet, but something disabled him. I don't know what it was, but he's going to get picked off easily there. Great play. Echo Slam is instant cast time, so an SK trying to do a ultimate on an Earthshaker is never going to work, unless he does have his ultimate on cooldown. All of his other spells do have a cast time, but they were able to stop him there. Oh, was that an Arrow or something? No, Arrow was on the Radiant team, or the Dire team. I don't know what happened, but he's going to find a double damage top. Going to be looking to defend the top push, and mTw's got to be happy about the SK kill, though. There's the stun from Syndra. He does do a Diabolic Edict, doing good damage. The Wand is going to have to save him. He pops his ulti as well, and that's going to be it. Great play by Syndra there. Holy crap, man. That was great. He denies the tower. He will die to poison damage. Yeah, come with me. We'll get that last hit, but absolutely worth it. Picks off the Crystal Maiden, gets the deny. I would make that trade any day. Lifestealer killing Silencer on the top lane. Venomancer now in some trouble. There's the Infest AoE. Lion trying to get this kill. Coco will have a stun, but he's trying to let Lifestealer get it. And Mirana will pick it up anyways with that double damage. Ooh, trying to kill the courier as well, down to 93 HP. 2 Lux being slowed. The stun, great stun by Coco there. Great fissure as well from the Earthshaker. Will he be able to follow this up? Sand King in some trouble. And mTw, Benzer in a little bit of trouble. Freezer getting healed up, and he will get picked off by the Armlet on Lifestealer. Very fast Armlet here, 14 minutes despite the bad early game. And mTw getting cleaned up. 5 people dying in very short succession there in all areas of the map. Great play by Dignitas so far. Not overextending and making some awesome plays. They're at a gold advantage, surely 5k and growing. And if we look at the CS totals, 53 on the Leshrac, 75 on Silencer, 49 Queen of Pain, 44 Lifestealer, and 52 Mirana. So pretty spaced out CS all over on Dignitas. mTw very heavily into Silencer, who's currently 1-3. A ulti will land almost landing, but not going to score. And Silencer still does not have his mechanism up. I really think he should have gone fast 4-staff this game. I think the mechanism is smart as hell. It's a great item on Silencer, but when you're fighting against a Lifestealer, somebody needs a 4-staff. You need a 4-staff. You absolutely need a 4-staff, no matter what, guys. Because anybody that gets open wounds on this Radiant team, none of them has escape maneuvers. A lot of them are very squishy, and having just one 4-staff would prevent that one spell from being useful completely. He's going to have his mech up in about 60 gold, and that's going to allow him to help out his team quite a bit. Last word just about to be maxed out as well. He's going to teleport to the bot lane now. They're going to have to come with me, and they may fall up on this. He's going to blink on out. And he will continue farming on the bot lane. Ancient Apparition just not having a great game. At least he had that epic juke, guys. If he didn't have that epic juke, you know, at least then I could talk shit about him or something. But I won't do that. He's been playing great. Come with me. Wow, getting a kill there. Syndra, nice job. Didn't do the stun. I don't know if that landed. But Diabolic Edict, as well as spending the mana from the Pulse Nova, is going to score a kill. There's another stun. Man, he's just landing all of his stuns. You're doing tons of damage to Freezer. Syndra playing really great so far. And now some chase on Sheriff. Playing that Venomancer. He gets nuked down easily by that Crystal Nova, doing 250 damage. And once again, like I said, 4-staff could have saved him if Silencer decided to go help out. He does have his mech finish. There it is. 5 armor. He needs to get a 4-staff next. I'm going to say it's a must. Absolutely needs to get a 4-staff next. If he does not get a 4-staff, giant mistake. Syndra might be in some trouble though. Priest of the Moon going to be looking for an arrow from the high ground, possibly. But does he realize what's going on? I think she's just going to wait it out. Might be within range. Hard to say. Crystal Maiden might set up some slows and get some arrow follow-ups. They do not currently have vision. Radiant team is going to ping it though. I think they do see. They must have seen somebody with the tower. Could have seen a little bit right here. And the bot lane now being pushed out by Lion. He's got 1290 HP, 1500 gold in the bank. Still no wand or anything like that, but not a huge deal. Was he getting like tree stuff when he lands hits? I'm trying to see this. Yeah, look at this. Apparently this is the new lifesteal animation. I have not seen that before. I'm going to argue I don't like it as much as the old one. Kind of looks like there's rainwater, green rainwater coming off of his back, but I'll have to check to see if anybody else gets that animation with Helm of the Dominators, and who knows. A ulti coming to the top lane, it's going to hit absolutely nothing there. Silencer taking a little bit of nukes. He's got a last word. Only one intelligence has been stolen from him, unfortunately. There's initiation going on Coco. He's going to get chain disabled here and picked off. Great stun as well. Follow up. Going after the Priest of the Moon, but down to 400 HP, and she'll be fine. TP back by the Earthshaker to guarantee he survives. And he's just going to set on 2 Mantles of Intelligence to boost up his mana pool. Apparently he knows, hey, we're behind. I'm probably not going to be able to afford Arcane Boots. I'm just going to sit on this when I can. Lion now pushing the bot lane, though. 2100 gold. Is he going to go for a Blink Dagger is my next question. I think a Blink on him would be fabulous, especially when Infest is maxed out or close to maxed out. What you can do as a lifestealer is you can Blink into the team fight. You can Infest on the mid lane. Who are they going after? Looks like trying to... Ooh. Oh, he got arrowed. I can't believe it. Wow, that was close. He was very close to teleporting out. Arrow gets casted as soon as the silence ended. Great play there. Barely getting the spam off. Nice try from the silencer trying to stay alive, but a little interesting. Looks like there's a pause and a resume. So what was I talking about? Lifesteal with Blink Dagger. Can blink into a team fight, jump into a creep, explode out of the creep, do tons of AoE damage there. On the downside, you won't have the ability if you really need it. But then you can immediately initiate. So you can blink in, infest, do the AoE, pop rage, pop open wounds, pop your armlet, and kill somebody. Guaranteed. Somebody's going to die before your range runs out. It's going to happen. It might be Ancient Apparition, it might be Venomancer, it might be Earthshaker. And if you look at their items, you've got absolutely nothing. They all have boots, they maybe have a wand, and that's about it. Not a whole lot so far. Radiant team will try to take the mid tower, though. And surprisingly, this is their first tower. And Synderen trying to do the Diabolic Edict. Great glyph, though. You got a glyph as soon as he goes for that. Lion coming in for a team fight, though. He's going to come in behind the heroes. Leshrac looking to be aggressive, but bad decision. That stuns, man. He has 2 little HP. A ulti will do some disable. But yeah, we're going to see Venomancer drop with just a little bit of range chase, or rage chase, sorry. Maxed out open wounds for the max cooldown on that, and SK will be chasing the Synderen, looking to do some juking, but with just a 1 and no TP scroll, he's very likely to die. Is he going to buy items? Yeah, he's going to buy 3 TP scrolls, possibly even 4 TP scrolls. At this point, he's like, hey, maybe I'm going to survive. He might suicide to a tower. We'll see. He's going to run into a creep wave, though. Pretty unfortunate mistake for him, and that could be his death here. He's going to drop the stun, but the stun will get the kill on him. And he does only lose about 100 gold there. Actually, this is... Yeah, those are reliable gold. He didn't lose any gold from that. So nice play by him, purchasing those TP scrolls when he was in danger. So great play there. It's going to lessen the fact that he didn't have to get ganked. And he forced Coco to chase him for a very long time. So that's been pretty good. Alright, come with me. Smoked up with the Priest of the Moon in case they weren't invisible enough. Going to be looking for a kill. There's a Force Staff on Queen of Pain. A very smart item build from Come With Me. This is something you would never see seriously. You would never see this item seriously on a Queen of Pain unless you're fighting a Silencer, because he's going to silence her. She will not be able to blink, and then she's going to be like, well, I need to get out of the team fight. And by having this Force Staff, mana pool increase, things like that as well. Also really well contributed. Venomancer will ulti on the Mirana. He is likely to get this kill. Yeah, the Fissure's going to score the kill. Venomancer now trying to run, but it's not going to happen. Jumping on the Earthshaker with full aggressiveness, and wow, the ulti from Come With Me going to do tons of damage. Going after Synderen now. He's down to 200 HP. He's going to actually run up to tower range, and the armlet gets turned off. Crystal Maiden taking some hits, and mTw will now be fine. Synderen getting pretty scarily in danger there, but he's going to go for fast BKB. Smart decision against a SK as well as the Queen of Pain. Even the Priest of the Moon and the Crystal Maiden will be a problem. But once he grabs that BKB, he's going to run into the team fight doing as much AoE damage as possible, and it's going to be freaking wonderful, man. The rest of the Dire team will back out 3,400 gold, and he's going to go straight for a Desolator, picking up 2 Mithril Hammers. This used to be an item choice that was very, very core on Lifestealer, at least in pub games. You go for an Armlet, then you follow up with the Desolator. Desolator lowers armor by 6, and if we find it here, it looks badass as hell. There it is, Desolator. Plus 60 damage, 6 armor reduction. This allows him to reduce the armor of people that he is hitting, and therefore he does more physical damage. That coupled with Armlet is quite a bit of damage. And before, this used to not necessarily be the best item choice, but it just recently got buffed. The recipe is now 300 gold less than it used to be, so now it's a more cost-efficient item. So if you're doing single target damage, the Desolator is, I believe, when I last read the math being done on it, it's the best item in the game. So, ooh, he might die to Shatter. We'll see. Is he going to Armlet toggle? It's going to be close. Oh, God, that was scary. If you guys are wondering why I was worried, the Shatter from the Ancient Apparition, it kills you if you get below a certain percentage, 10% threshold at level 1. And the Armlet was doing damage over time on him. So if he got below that 10% threshold while that ice debuff was still on him, he just simply would have died. So that was really close. Very, very close. But he's going to infest to get some HP out of the Wildkin. He's going to go back to jungling. He does have the Aegis. He will buy a Stygian now. He does have the recipe gold, 900 gold there. And he's going to be doing a ton of single target burst damage to heroes like any of these heroes actually have very, very low armor. Do we even have a Ring of Basilius? there's not even a Ring of Basilius in the game. It looks like Silencer is going for his Force Staff. Good stuff. He's at 100 gold away from that one, but not a single Ring of Basilius. And the reason I point that out, it's an item that gives 2 armor to you and all of your allies as well as your creeps. And something like that will nicely counteract a hero like Lifesteal. It will give you some survivability. I wish somebody had it, but there's a little bit of dagger throwing down on the Silencer. Queen of Pain going for a point booster. Who's getting killed? Why did he ult that? Oh, Synderen was going in. Okay. It's like, what is happening, man? A ulti will come through. It's going to miss Come With Me. Lands on the Crystal Maiden, though. And Lion looking to maybe go initiate. He's going to do the open wounds onto Tolex. He's waiting to pop his rage, but the nice stun from Synderen's going to help out. AoE ulti from Venomancer as well, and they're going to be able to pick off the Lifestealer. Great play there. That stun by Synderen was absolutely clutch. Going after Peppy now. There's the Fissure. Priest of the Moon is going to ulti this as well. I don't know if we have dust on any of the heroes, but going after the Priest of the Moon now. She's trying to clean up. Is she going to be able to get the Earthshaker? Needs 2 hits. No, the freeze goes down. And mTw now going to back off from this one. Great play so far by mTw, trying to keep everybody alive. Look at all the low HP heroes. Wow, that is amazing. That is the sign of a great teamfight play. Everybody stayed as long as they needed to just to help out the team. That stun from Synderen, absolutely clutch. Lifestealer is waiting to cast his rage, or he was out of mana, not sure which it was, but was waiting to go for an initiation, and that stun just absolutely kept the ultis up or the disables up, and he ends up getting picked off. So with his Desolator now, he's going to be hitting like crazy with the -6 armor. Ancient Apparition's going to do a crazy snipe on the Crystal Maiden. There he was. Great play. I missed it, though. Damn. Awesome play there. Officially, 2x, you're a badass. I don't care if you died like 18,000 times here. That is awesome, man. Gets the A ulti snipe. A very, very small comeback for them. And do we have a Force Staff? Yeah, Force Staff up on Silencer. They're going to want to deny this tower. It is within deny range. Are they going to get it? Yes! Great play by Silencer. And he will blink on out. Point booster means that he's going to be going for an Aghanim Scepter. There's the Ogre Club picked up. Aghanim Scepter are actually a very, very good item on Queen of Pain. It boosts the damage done by your Sonic Wave as well as reducing the cooldown to a stupidly low rate. I believe it's like 40 seconds, 35 seconds, something like that. And when your cooldown is 135 and it goes down to 40, that's a big difference. That means every skirmish you have, you're going to have an ulti that does up to 600 damage. 600 damage. I think it might do a little bit more. I can't remember. With it says it increases damage, yeah. I don't know what it goes up to, 750 or something like that with the Aghanim Scepter at max level, who knows, but might be going on the Silencer here. He doesn't have Global Silence at least, so little chance that they can get him if they don't get full up stuns. 62 bonus damage now from the Glaives of Wisdom, and his bonus intelligence is 4 apparently. 4 extra intelligence, no problem. Looks like Earthshaker going to defend the bot lane, going for a fast Blink Dagger. Now this is a smart item choice. What he basically has done here, he says, well, I'm just going to buy 2 Mantles of Intelligence. That's going to increase my mana pool up. And I won't get the Arcane Boots. So that means I won't be able to get lots of mana regen that ends up respawning and stuff like that. But if mTw is really worried about losing the game, which they are, they need to have as much kill potential as possible. So if Earthshaker's mana pool is full and he has a Blink Dagger, he can now do a Blink as well as an ultimate on a group of people, and that's going to be able to score him a kill. They're going to find the Lifestealer, though. They may be baiting this out a little bit. He's still going to average A. He stays on the high ground. He's not afraid to fight here. With his Desolator and his Armlet, he has lots of kill potential. The Radiant team now going to swing back towards the bot lane. I don't think Earthshaker's Blink Dagger has quite been revealed, but they've got to realize that it's up pretty soon. Sand King still no Blink Dagger. This is the problem with the Sand King support role. It's 25 minutes in. He's not going to be able to do Blink ultis. And Silencer now backing off a little bit as well. Dignitas coming forward. Going to clear some creep waves, and Zizu going to back up as well. High stats or high HP here, Vitality Booster. Most likely just going to sit on this, not going to make a Vanguard. It's just a very cost-efficient item for increasing your survivability. And Come With Me and Coco still continuing to pressure. There's a couple pings, though. I don't know if they want to push this. Mid tower still very healthy. Unlikely that they're going to be able to defend that, but they're going to clear the creep waves and continue to push. He's going to let Sand King get all of this gold if possible. If he can get the Blink Dagger, they will have that ultimate in the team fight. Guaranteed to go off. There's the illusion. They have a Manta Stone up on Priest of the Moon. I would love to see her get a BKB. I think it's almost required here. Once again, Global Silence does go through BKB, but it's going to stop Ancient Apparition, anything. It's going to stop Venomancer. It's going to stop Earthshaker. It's going to stop Leshrac. It's going to be a very, very big impact for Priest of the Moon. She'll be able to just hop into a team fight, auto attack to victory. She's going to have to be a little worried about Silencer because he does great physical damage. She's actually not going to go for BKB. Grabs the Demon Edge, most likely making either a Daedalus or a Monkey King Bar. Not quite sure which. Some players like to go for the Daedalus because then your illusions get crits. Some people just like the Monkey King Bar because that's on average the better item solo. Or at least that's what most people like to say. It also lets you do mini stuns and things like that. So Synderen cleans up more. Last hits on bottom. He's got his BKB ready to go. for the upcoming team fights. Full wand on the Venomancer. Still no levels of wards. This is very, very weird. Almost never see this out of Venomancers. Literally, the reason that Venomancers are played is because of the Plague Wards. Now, the Dire team doesn't have a ton of pushing in that sense, so I guess in a way, the counter push provided from Venomancer wards isn't completely needed, and now he has a lot more nuke potential in Disable, which is good, but a little interesting of a choice here. The other problem with maxing out Venomous Gale is it ends up taxing your mana a little bit more. It costs an extra, yeah, what is that, 45 more mana than it would at level 1. And it does do a lot of damage, but this way he's less likely to have the mana to do a Gale, ulti Gale, rather than he would before. They're going to check out the Roshan, though, and that is long gone. I don't know. Yeah, Lifestealer did pick that up a long time. He's going to go for a Hyperstone next. I don't know if he's going to be getting... No, he can't get a... there's no way he can get a Mjolnir because that's an orb, and Desolator is also an orb. It's technically a unique attack modifier currently. Going to find a Venomancer, though, in the jungle. There's the slow, the open wounds, and here comes the Rage as well. An easy pickup. He will get the Gale off on Priest of the Moon, which is going to do about 300 damage, but not a huge deal to her. I'm sure she's not too concerned about that. Take a free kill any day. And now they may end up doing a push. Now that it's 5v4, this is Dignitas' time to finally take a tower. A little bit of happening is going on with Dignitas. Come with me. Wow, that is so close. Really almost getting bursted down by Synderen. Very, very close there. Using his ulti, using that Diabolic Edict right when the stun goes off, and come with me, trying to be aggressive. He's going to do the nukes with the, wow, nice BKB, but it's, oh, the wand pop and the blink forward and the last hit. Great play by Come With Me. Slow reaction time for Synderen. He was not expecting her to ulti that and score the kill, and now it's a 4v4 again. 4v4 again, they take the tower, stun goes online, but Peppy is going to be a little careful. He does have the Force Staff still, but Dignitas is going to take that advantage. They took the final tower. They're very likely to push up a hill now. They're going to probably wait till Lifestealer grabs his AC, and then they're probably going to go for it. The reason AC is fantastic with the Desolator, it also does minus armor. So AC providing 5 armor for his allies, minus 5 armor for his enemies, and on towers that is ridiculous. Towers, look at this, 25 armor. If you can reduce that by 11, wow, that is so much damage. Those are recent buffs actually, sometime in the last year or so, but Desolator's armor, minus armor is applied to towers, and so is the AC, but we're going to see him killing towers almost similar to what we're seeing from Tiny, but there's the epicenter. Silencer in a lot of trouble. He does get to, oh, the Force Staff on the high ground, not good enough. He's going to try to TP out, but it's not enough. Desolator just hitting way too hard there. An easy pick off on the Silencer. A little bit of a mistake there, but great epicenter channel by the Sand King. Grabs that kill. And 2 licks on the bot lane. 450 gold now. He's probably going to go for some treads. Is he going to do some more epic ultis? Who knows? But he's actually level 11 now. Great pickup there. I love what he just did there. Pushed out the creep wave, took a couple last hits, teleports out. He wanted his level 2 ulti. For good reason. The damage goes up by 150. The hit points for kill is a little bit lowered. And are they going to find somebody else? There's the ulti. It does go down on Come With Me. Synderen going to get picked off. Wow. Like I said, man, that burst damage is ridiculous. A Desolator, Hyperstone, plus an armlet. That is so much damage done. And, I mean, Leshrac doesn't have a lot of armor. 7 armor there. Lowered by 6. He is the squishiest hero imaginable. BKB is not going to be enough to keep him alive, so it gets picked off immediately by that great Lifestealer play. I really like his item build choices this game. Blink Dagger would have worked, but this is by far the safer build. Just get lots of damage, get that minus armor up, and AC is very shortly along this creep camp, and he is going to be good. One more hit. And here comes the AC, guys. Chainmail right there. Bam. On the courier. Flying on back in a second. And with that AC up, he's going to do ridiculous amounts of damage. Earthshaker trying to get the prediction off, but there's the fissure going down the Crystal Main. And the global silence from Silencer. He's going to... Wow. Huge epicenter out of the Earthshaker. Now chasing after Peppy, the Silencer. He doesn't have a Force Staff for 6 seconds. Oh, 2Lux trying to get a block up, but not good enough. There's the Starfall. He's going to pick off the kill. Going after Venomancer next. Synderen comes through. The stun on 2 heroes. Pop your BKB, man. Just do it. He's going to get him. Priest Moon goes down. Come With Me in some trouble as well. He's going to blink away. Absolutely fine. Sand King stuns, and a nice, wow, great play. Picking off Leshrac. He does go down. Great play by Leshrac as well as Earthshaker, but it just wasn't enough. If they could have gotten Queen of Pain right there, that might have been it, but even still, Lifestealer doing tons of damage with that Stygian Desolator, as well as, well, it's just a Desolator now. The Desolator as well as that Hyperstone Armlet. So much damage, and the AC wasn't even there, guys. So let's see how fast he kills this tower now. Minus 11 armor. He is hitting like crazy. I mean, not nearly a Tiny with Aghanim's AC, but still plenty of damage being done. Really? Oh. I'm a little surprised about that. I thought he was going to finish that off. Are we going to see an epic A ulti? No. Nobody's going to die. He's going for it. Tower will remain at 96. Very surprised he didn't kill that. He even backed off before the glyph happened. I'm a little surprised. Next item choice for Lifestealer, something like a heart is probably the best item. Lifestealer is a strength hero, so grabbing a heart would also give him 40 damage. But most importantly, his HP isn't that high based on the damage that he could do. With Armlet, it does go up quite a bit, but there's the open wounds. It's going to give him tons of lifesteal. It does give you lifesteal on the guy that you're hitting, but yep, lots of minus armor on the Roshan. A couple disables as well, and that's going to be a free Aegis. He's going to be able to pick that up. He's going to be able to be really aggressive and not have to worry about a whole lot, so here it comes. Aegis. Is it going to be picked up, or are they going to give it to Queen of Pain? He will grab it. Aghanim Scepter up on Queen of Pain now. Doing tons of damage. 40-second cooldown. 40-second cooldown, guys. So good. Going for the bot lane. Oh, they're going to blink stun on Cinder, and there's the nukes as well. And the... Oh, man. Nice BKB going to keep him alive. Just barely. If not for that BKB, the Scream of Pain would have done a ton. And what does Dignitas lose from that? Very small amounts of mana. That's it. Come With Me is going to have that ulti up once again. It was 500 mana, so very expensive, but still. It's going to cast it again. If they can burst down a hero and then come in for the push, things are going to be great for them. Dignitas now roaming back towards the mid lane. Are they going to push? That tower only has 95 HP. Here's the arrow. It's going to look for a hero. Not going to find anybody. And there's the deny from Venomancer. They know that it was going to be picked off. There's the open wounds, but the creep block, yes. Tulek's getting really lucky there, being followed, but the Queen Pain goes and pops the wand at the same time. He will survive, actually. Synderen almost going down as well. And there's the Gush, or the Gale, sorry. Melee Barracks in some trouble. Ranged has fallen. They might just back up from this. It's very atypical to go for the ranged first, but with all that minus armor there, Melee Barracks will go down as well. Lion's going to back up from this one. Takes a little bit of Glaives of Wisdom, but they'll pick off those ranged creeps. Got a score on a Observer Ward at least. That's a pretty nice pickup. Freshly placed. They did have a Sentry Ward down. Always important to replace a Sentry Ward after your tower dies. Otherwise, people can Priest the Moon ulti and just run up your hill and then engage your team. It's always very dangerous, but Dignitas in a great advantage now. 3,300 gold on Lifestealer. Even going to use his ulti to clear creep waves. 20k and climbing. This is a 60 to 35k game. That is a obscene gold advantage, guys. That's double. That is almost double. Very close to double. And that is a obscene amount of advantage. Looks like somebody being aggressive on the bot lane is Freezer. The Fissure goes down. Gale will actually land. He's got the MKB though. No Daedalus to benefit his illusions, but that's not a big deal. Look at the CS totals as well. 120 on Synderen, 48 Earthshaker, 24 AA, 199 on Silencer, but it's just not quite been enough so far. For the Dire team, 162 on Queen of Pain, 182 on Lifestealer, 170 on Mirana. Really, really big numbers. Even 61 on Coco, 1, 2, and 14. He's playing really good as a support hero. And he's got a hood finish now, so it's going to give him some very, very good survivability, especially against heroes like Leshrac. I mean, all of these heroes very, very high on magic damage on average. Silencer, of course, does physical and pure primarily, but even still, very survivable still. He's going to be going for a Sheep Stick. He does have that ultimate orb picked up. Most likely going to be a Sheep Stick. I don't know if it's going to make a difference is the hard part. Sheeping any one of these heroes is going to be tough. And Lifestealer is actually going to sell, I don't know what he sold, but he buys a BKB. And this is very smart. Like I said before, BKBs counter a lot of the Radiant heroes. And now what he can do is he can Rage for 4.75 seconds. He can BKB. And then he can Rage again because the cooldown is actually 15. So he can't do it twice in a row. But we're talking about 14.5 seconds of magic immunity, which is really rough for all of these heroes. He can dive and he can continue to dive and not have to worry about a whole lot. So I think this is a very smart item pickup. Black King Bar, generally situational item on Lifestealer, but I think in this case it's very smart. A Heart would give him more survivability, but the BKB will make it so he can just auto attack in teamfights and not care. He's not going to get the Rage off. There's the next stun. It's actually going to miss Lion. There's the Rage going on. Immediately jumping on the Venomancer. Priest of the Moon almost going down. Just barely almost dropping down. Peppy will be next, though. Lifestealer too aggressive. Nice Echo Slam. Going to get the chain stuns, but the BKB will be enough. And is he going to go down? No, not going to be able to get the Silencer. Now chasing. Going after Earthshaker. There's the open wounds on that. And there he gets the kill. BKB making a big difference. Earthshaker, no chance to stun there. And Peppy does go down on the Silencer. Stun drops from Synderen. He's going to drop some lightning as well, but they will lose the bot barracks. And that's good game. mTw calling the good game for good reason. Very, very low chances of them coming back for the win, and that's 4 heroes dead. That would have been the throne right there. Very, very well played by Dignitas. They absolutely deserve the win. mTw, interesting picks, but their lanes just didn't quite work out well enough. The gank advantage for Dignitas was too high in the early game, and they were able to transition that into pushes as well as some Raxes. So absolutely deserve the game here. Before we close this out, Once again, guys, my name is Purge. I'm a Gosu Gamers caster. Go check out GosuGamers.net for all of your news, Gosu betting, all these other fun things that you can do there. This was for the Star League. I believe the admin is Vlad, the famous Russian caster. And I thank you guys for watching. We've got another game coming up shortly on the stream, at least. I believe I can do one more, and then we'll be I'll get going for the day. But I'm going to be doing this much more regularly, guys, almost every single day. Go follow me on Facebook or Twitter if you want to see announcements for when I'm streaming. Facebook.com/PurgeGamers or Twitter.com/PurgeGamers. I always post the links to my stream. So if you guys want to see more of this every day, man, I'm going to be doing it for a couple hours. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys are watching on the YouTube VODs, I appreciate it. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.